Good afternoon, everyone. So for today's tour, we're going to be starting in the moon bear enclosure. So we had that requested by Alisha the other day. So earlier in the week I did ask people to submit some pictures of the ultimate predator. So Alisha, she's age 10. She drew a picture of, let me see, it was a bear's body with tiger arms, a tiger tail, and a lion's head. So she chose all of her favourite predators from our park. And she wanted to see the moon bears. So we are going to see Arun in here. So Mika is in one of the bedrooms with her baby. We're going to try and get a peek of her in a little while. So I've got Sarah here. She's the head of carnivores. So she's just putting some smooth peanut butter. So that's something that's come from the wish list, the Amazon wish list. So thank you very much for that. And that gets smeared in and on, I believe Sarah called that her trusty piece of wood. So that's just a bit of enrichment for the bears. So how many times a day do we feed them?
We feed them 6 times a day.
Cool.
Every single day, each 6 feeds is done at different times, and every single enrichment we do at each feed is a different form of enrichment.
Cool.
So we're just trying to keep it nice and randomised for our bears, otherwise they will very quickly work out what times we're coming down, and they'll even work out where we're going to put it if we did it the same place every single day.
Cool.
So the more variety the better.
And if I remember rightly, so that the keepers don't get lazy with it, we even do that randomisation with a dice, don't we?
Yep, so we've got a set of dice out in the kitchen. We've got a list of various times. We roll the dice every morning, and it has different times already put down for us. So we know exactly when we're going to be feeding them, but our bears, our lovely bears in here, have no idea when we're going to be turning up. That is the biggest part of this job for these guys, otherwise they will very quickly learn what we're doing before we even know what we're doing.
Yeah, and that's the problem with trying to keep things completely random, is people do struggle to keep things random. We have our routines, so if we are wanting to do things at completely random times, we'll still try and sort of slightly slot it into what works best for us. So by doing it with a dice, we keep it completely random. So the bears literally have no idea whatsoever what's going to happen to them today. So bears are really, really clever animals. They do need a lot of stimulation. So we do need to keep them busy. And they love peanut butter.
Yes, very much so. So what I'm trying to do is, as Markus has mentioned, this is my trusty log. This is one, it's already started to rot down. It's all gone soft inside. I've just helped it along a little bit at the other end, so we've got lots of little hollows in here. I've got another bit of wood that has already nicely seasoned for us. I'm putting all this stuff in here to really encourage Arun to really rip into the wood like he would in the wild. He'd be looking for nice bits of honey, so he'd be disturbing bees, hives, ants, nests, anything like that. So anything we can do that can also facilitate their natural behaviour is much better for these guys. Really gives them a nice arm workout. I'm just putting it all down here as well, so hopefully he'll see it as he comes out. He does get very excited if he happens to know that he's got a nice bit of peanut butter. He should hopefully run out for us, and you've got a nice first-hand experience right there. You can watch him see just how tough an Asiatic black bear can be when you've got a nice bit of peanut butter lying around.
I think Sarah's after my job. That's some good commentary right there.
I do like to get very involved, guys. And we've even got some nice insects in here as well. That'd be part of his diet. Might even, never know, he might find a nice little woodlouse or centipede here covered in peanut butter. He might have to run around for his dinner as well. There we are.
So what we're going to do with the baby is, so I'm not going to go in the building because I don't want Mika to get freaked out, but what I will do is when Sarah goes and gives her a little bit of a snack, I will come to the window and we'll see if we can get a little peek of the baby. If not, what I'll try and do is get Sarah to do a little video from in there one day, and then I'll post that as just a video clip rather than a live feed.
Yeah, because once upon a time these are small bears.
Yeah. So the baby hasn't got a name yet. In fact, I don't think we even know the sex yet, do we?
Not just yet.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to know, and he's got all his mum's fur all over him as well. Very nice and tucked away underneath her. There we are. Right. So you happy with that, Marcus?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. I think we know a rune's seal of approval will come very quickly.
Yeah. Right. So this is always a difficult bit at the moment, trying to keep far away from each other.
Seems like a big space until you've got to keep 2 metres apart from everyone. Lovely.
We have to keep swapping corners. So they did mate here. The female didn't come pregnant. They've been here for a few years now. And we do have quite a few animals here that do eat meat, so especially all the big cats, some of the reptiles. So we do use meat. We don't really use much pork, to be honest, but beef, chicken, all those sorts of things we do use. Alright, so I think we're going to let him out in a sec.
Okay, so I'll just push this to you.
Cool. Now that you haven't missed the tortoises, so this is the first thing we've done today. I will go into the Aldabra tortoises after this. So today we're not going to see the orangutans or giraffes, because tomorrow I've got a special talk about palm oil deforestation, and those guys will be part of that talk, because we're going to be doing that in the Rainforest SOS area. So don't be put off by that, it is going to be fun, I promise. I will double check the age with Sarah in a second. How old's the baby, Sarah?
Baby was born on the 29th of January and should be coming up to 7.5 weeks. It'll be 8 weeks on Wednesday.
So end of January that one was born. So this is Arun. So that's the dad. Thank you very much. We appreciate any help that we get. So as I said, the peanut butter, which he's hopefully going to enjoy in a minute for us, that's come off of our Amazon wish list. We have had a couple of deliveries today, so I'm going to check that all off at the end of the day, because yesterday most of it arrived at 5 PM, so I will check that just before the end of the day. I'll take a picture of everything so everyone can see what's arrived. I think we can probably make that happen. We can probably go see Pickle later. So we're not sure whether we'll breed these again. We'll see. He's a bit shy. So they're not back together yet. It's going to be a little while before they're back together. So we're going to probably have to make some adjustments to the enclosure first, because while the baby's still young, we're going to be doing a sort of a slow introduction back.
What's this, Arun? Come on then. Got a very active nose.
He's wondering what I'm doing here. Go on, mate, look over there. Oh dear. Is it because I'm here?
Might be because he's thinking that I might be shutting him out of his bedroom. So if I slip away and make it look like I'm walking down the path, he might go, oh, I can go and get my dinner without being shut out of my bedroom. So I'm going to do that.
So you do have a very, very good nose. You can see he's a very active nose there. Come on, fella. Oh, if I step back a little bit. Come on, boy. It might be because I'm here, but he's usually alright with us. What I might do if he's not going to come out is I'll pop out and look through the window instead. Oh, he's having a scratch. So they get the name moon bears from, they've got on their chest, they've got sort of a crescent shape. So you've got sun bears as well, they've got more of a sort of a circle in their chest. And it comes from that sort of shape on their chest. And it's just a sort of coloured spot on their, in their fur. Do you want me to get out, mate? Shall I get out? Let's have a look. Let's see if that helps. I'll pretend I've gone. So how old are the two bears, Sarah?
How old?
Yep.
They've just gone 5 years old.
So they're both just over 5 years old.
Their birthdays are in February.
Hi Andrew and Megan. Hudson, Carter and Madsen, hiya. Hello Caitlin. Well, what I think we might do is, if Sarah wants to give Mika her little afternoon snack, what we'll do is we'll see if we can get a sneak peek of the baby, and then we'll come back to see if Arun has gone for that. So if you've never seen it before, this is our bear bile display. So bear bile used in traditional medicine and for all sorts of products. Put it in toothpaste and shampoo. It's even put in wine, and that's taken as a hangover cure. So we're just trying to raise a little bit of awareness of that. So it's a business that has been getting or decreasing a little bit, but it is still a problem. A lot of people think that it's only a problem in Asia, but there are. So bear bile is also used in some sort of European countries as well, but there it's usually brown bears. So in Asia it's generally the Asiatic black bear, sun bear and sloth bear. So the baby doesn't have a name yet, so this is Mika there. So she's just having some fruit. And we'll see if we can get... So Arun is much bigger than Mika. Have I lost you? Are you still there? Right. Because the signal keeps dropping out there, I'm going to, what I'll do is I'm going to get Sarah to take some video. Oh, there he is. He just didn't want people watching him. So the baby doesn't have a name yet. So we will... Are we all back? Right, so this is back to Arun. Yeah, for some reason we've got some little dead spots in the park where I always keep losing signal. I have to be really careful when I'm walking around the park. There's quite a few areas like the chimps, for example, which I can't go into, the reptile house, apparently also looking into the bear house, but I'm going to get Sarah to do us a video of the baby, and I'll get a baby bear video up in the next few days, possibly. Well, I'll try and do something over the weekend. I can hear Sarah coming. I'll ask her in a second. So there we have Arun. He's now finally enjoying his peanut butter. So again, thank you for everyone who is doing things on the Amazon wish list. So all of the stuff that does come in on that is directly going towards the animals, whether it's helping to keep them nice and clean or keeping them fed, or in this case, so peanut butter doesn't make up sort of a bulk part of the diet for any of our animals, but it is it's really good because of the smells and the tastes involved with it for enrichment. It really gets them going. So this is our male, Arun, and Mika is our female. She's in the bedroom at the moment with her baby. So Sarah, can you confirm, can we get a video by the end of the weekend of the baby?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. That'll keep everyone happy. Right, so Sarah's going to get us a video of the baby. We're not sure how we're going to name the baby yet. So she was born at the end of January. Once she's a little bit older, maybe we'll do something on Facebook. We'll see. Right, so we're going to leave Arun to it. Cheers, sir. Bye. Right, where's Roots? The links. He's hiding out at the moment. Let's see if I can get the glare off the window. There we've got China, the clouded leopard. So that's our female. So I'm not going to go down that way today because we've got a video down there tomorrow. I know a lot of people have asked for the otters, so we'll see those in a second. Here's our American horses. Hello. No, you don't like me, do you? Right. So in this enclosure here we have got Asian short-clawed otters and binturongs. See if we can see at least one or the other. So the otters have been hiding from me every time. Yeah, they're in their box at the moment. There's a binturong. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that the chat started up again. It froze. So we don't know when the baby will be out in the main enclosure. That's completely up to Mum. We're leaving that up to her. So I really wouldn't like to say, but as soon as she does start taking her out and she looks like she's confident with her, I will let you all know. We'll go see Pickle in a little while. So what we'll do is we'll find some way to get you guys involved with naming the baby, I think. We'll see what we can do. So we've had a few people asking about the big tortoises. So I'm going to pop in and see them. Hi Charlie and Alice. So here's one I unlocked on the way up. So if I can help it. There we are. Just in time, Heidi. So here you go, Jacob. These are our tortoises. So these are our Aldabra tortoises. And this gorgeous chap here is Ted. And he loves getting a good scratch on his neck. Hi, Oscar. So I said, so this is Ted. So I don't know their ages off the top of my head, I'm afraid. We do have their ages somewhere. So if anyone wants to know, I can check that up for you. Once I get back up to a computer. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a shame. Okay, but we can see him from here. And then we've got his 3 girlfriends at the back there. I don't know their names, to be honest. My suggestion for names got rejected. So we've got Ted here and his 3 girlfriends. So these are Aldabra tortoises. So there's some of the biggest tortoises in the world. And they're still babies as well. So they are going to get easily double that size. So there's our tortoises. So those are the biggest tortoises that we've got at the park. We have got what else have we got? We've got Mediterranean spur-thigh tortoises. We've got Herman's tortoises, a Horsfield tortoise, and we've got sulcata tortoises as well. So those are our biggest ones. So thank you everyone for the stuff that you've been ordering for them as well. I know a few of you have been ordering tortoise food. Well, thanks for joining us, Steph. You can always watch the rest of the video back again afterwards as well. So these stay on the Facebook page. See, I wanted to give the girls a tropical vibe and call them Tia, Maria and Tequila, and then Jack for the boy, but that was well and truly rejected. So now we got Ted, and I'll double check the names of the girls and I'll put it in the chat below. He does have 3 girlfriends, and all 3 of them do spend a fair bit of their time ignoring him. We do have bats. Yeah, we've got Egyptian fruit bats here. So I've had a few people asking to see the fish get fed. So here we've got Tony.
Right. See the fish getting fed?
Yeah, so Tony's going to feed the fish for you. So I'll keep out of the way. So we've got some geese joining in as well. So up here we've got common carp, mirror carp, ghost leather carp, and also I think a couple of koi up here. Tropical house. Then we've got some goldfish down there as well. It's definitely odd seeing it this empty. So Amanda says hello.
Hiya, how are you?
So it doesn't take long for that much food to go away.
I'm a bit bored of it now.
Wolves, yep, we've got 2 European wolves here. So I'm going to head down to that end of the park anyway, and we'll finish the tour there. So we'll probably see those on the way down there.
Just before you go, can I just say thank you to everybody that's been donating to us. It's been really helpful. And all the people that come to the gate and ring us and donate stuff. It's really, really nice of you. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, so echoing what Tony said, it's actually really amazing for us, the amount of sort of support we've had. So who sounds like Nick Knowles? Me or Tony? Apparently one of us sounds like Nick Knowles. I don't know who that is. Yeah, we have got penguins. We'll go see those now. Right, the fish have finished eating. The little ducks have missed out.
Okay, bye everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying Marcus's videos, because we are, and he's doing a really good job of it. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Right, let's go see the penguins. I have to see who Nick Knowles is, because I'm not sure who that is. Either way, he sounds very handsome. Right. Yeah, we'll see Troy and Blade in a minute. There's our penguins. Now we've got Ian. So he's one of our cover keepers. So he's sort of one of our more multi-skilled keepers. He has to know a little bit about everything. So today he's on the bird section. He's got the lovely job of scraping the the side of the pool. So again, we've got Humboldt's penguins here. I think off the top of my head we've got 20. Yeah, so we've got 20 penguins here. So that's including some of the babies from last year. Hi Harry. So if you're ever wondering how you tell the young ones apart, so if you look on the left of the screen, we've got the young ones. They've just got a few spots on their chest. And then on the right, we've got the adults. So they get that big stripe on their chest that probably, it varies by penguin, but maybe a year, 18 months, thereabouts. Oh, I know who Nick Knowles is. Yeah, I know. Do I sound like him? Right, if you've ever wondered, I was going to say, if you ever wondered what the penguin pump room looks like, you're going to have to keep wondering, because I haven't got the key for that door at the moment. It's not that interesting, it's just really noisy and really smelly. So who we got? Troy, I think. Can you hear the lions in the background? Blade and Troy. So we've already done the moon bears, so have a look at the back at the video when you get a chance, right at the beginning. And we have been promised by Sarah, the head of carnivores, that she's going to do us a video of the baby bear as well. So I'll post that in the next couple of days for you. So in terms of food donations, so we do use a lot of fresh produce here. There's nothing better in their diets than natural fresh foods, and we do use a lot more vegetables than we use fruits. So a lot of the fruits that are commercially available in the UK are very, very high in sugar, so we try to steer clear of too many fruits. But at the moment, just because of what's going on, and there's not as much vegetables around as we'd usually like, so we have added a little bit more fruit back in to their diets than we usually would, but that's just a sort of temporary measure at the moment. I'm just going to head up to see if they'll call for you again. Probably not. They usually never call when I'm up there. So I'm only going to go as far as the lions just to see if we can see them calling, and then I'm going to come back down this way. I can't remember what day it is, but I have got a big cat talk coming up, I think next week, and we'll finish that with some feeding for the tigers. So there'll be a talk with Sarah again, which I'm sure is going to be absolutely brilliant because she was doing brilliantly earlier. And that will be about lions, jaguars, pumas, cheetahs and tigers. So he's looking at me as if to say, who? I wasn't shouting. So Troy and Blade are slightly different sizes. So one of them is much more stocky than the other one, and also he is more sort of darker orange. Because I don't work personally with them anymore, sometimes I struggle to tell them apart. I know how to, but I get their names mixed up. We're not going to breed tigers here. So we've just got two boys, just two brothers, and they're both castrated as well. And same with the lions as well. We've got no plans on ever breeding them. We've just got the two boys. Got no plans on bringing any girls in. Whoop! Did I wake you up? So these are our European wildcats. So we've got two. One there and one there. So they're both girls, and they're both now retired from the breeding program. And there's our caracal. Gorgeous cat. So European wildcats, they do look a lot like tabby cats, which is why a lot of people just sort of do walk past them, but they are really, really interesting species. And it's really nice that they're European species as well. The wildcats deserve the attention. They're the smallest cats we've got here, but they are nice. They're really nice. So we won't see binks today. I'm not going to be heading that way. but there will be plenty more chances to see binks. So I think I'll do one of these tours pretty much every other day. And then I've got sort of various other talks with other keepers on the days in between. So we're going to see if we can see one of the big mandrills. There's one of the big guys. So these are our mandrills. You follow me? Hello, fella. Oh, yes. I think we saw the lynx on the first time I went round there. I'll get a video of him. Yeah, so we'll go see. We missed the Asian short-clawed otters earlier. Oh, nice. You've been scenting all over you. So we missed the Asian short-clawed otters, but I will see the smooth-coat otters for you in a bit. So we're going to finish with those and the wolf. Yeah, the wolves. And on Monday we've got a ring-tailed lemur talk up there with Jess. So these are our mandrills. So that's the alpha male there. There's the lowest ranking male. And then we've got quite a few babies as well. I say babies, young ones. I think they're all over a year old now. So with the so we get asked that a lot about whether the animals are bothered by the lack of visitors, or whether they like it, or any of those things. So we actually do. I think the easiest ones to tell that apart would be the chimps, obviously, because they're probably our most intelligent animals here. And we actually do a study with them 3 times a day, and we have done for the last, I think, 7 months now. Yeah, I think we've got 7 or 8 months of data already. And that's just to see what they're doing, who they're with, whereabouts in the enclosure they are, if they're doing anything sort of strange or anything like that. And so far we've not noticed anything that's sort of significantly different. So as it stands, especially with the chimps, they don't seem to be too worried. I think the thing that sort of is more disruptive for the animals is not so much that there's no people here, but the fact that their routine has changed a little bit. So obviously, with having no money coming in, we happen to be a little bit more flexible with our team. So their routines are having to change a little bit from day to day. So here's Pickle. Hey girl. Hello, Pickle. Yes. Yes, hello. Oh, does that smell you? Or is that one of you two? So here we've got Ollie and Vera. So our other 2 gibbons there. No, you're all more than welcome. So we really appreciate all the help that we're getting. So showing you around and keeping you connected with the animals is really the least we can do. We've got our chickens, so we've got Polish Bantams here. That's the breed of chicken we've got. That's these guys here. It looks like both of the red pandas are down at the moment. Certainly one I can see. Again, the animals don't seem to mind the dinosaurs. So the biggest indicator for anything like that up that end of the park is the tapirs. So the tapirs, they are very shy animals. They're easily spooked, and even they don't mind the dinosaurs. So generally speaking, if the tapirs don't mind, most of the other animals don't mind either. There we are. There's our red pandas. Simon.
Hello.
Can you remind us which one's which? Who's that over there at the back?
I'm about to go in as well.
Oh, cool. Simon's just going to go in there with them.
Yuzu is at the bottom of the tree here.
So that's
Shan's on top of the box.
cool. So that's Mei Shan up here. So that's our girl. And then we've got Yuzu over the back there. So they are part of the breeding program, and we are allowed to breed them this year. So we have seen Yuzu be quite interested in Mei Shan. So we've got our fingers crossed. Seeing all the keepers today. There's another couple over there in the aviary. I think usually they see me coming and dart out of the way. They are absolutely gorgeous animals. So as it stands, they don't like the look of that tube.
I've been reliably informed it's one of Mei Shan's favourite toys and she likes to run through it.
That's it, maybe they don't like you. Maybe it's not the tube, maybe it's you. Alright. So apparently Mei Shan likes running through the tube. I've got a feeling that if we sat here waiting, we might be waiting a while.
Maybe give it a few minutes for it to get her confidence back.
So we'll pop back past here in a little while to see if Mei Shan really likes running through that tube. See some meerkats. Sorry guys, I haven't got any food for you. Not today. So off the top of my head, we've got I think 38 keepers thereabouts. So we've got I think about 80 staff altogether. And they do all have their own sections. So we've got a few keepers like you saw Ian earlier. He's a cover keeper, so he does a few different sections. So we've got a few of those, sort of the multitasking keepers. And then we have most of them, they do specialise with a certain section. So the sections which we have are primates, birds, carnivores, all the other mammals, and then reptiles. I think that's all of them. Yeah, so that's the different sections we have here, and the keepers, they do all specialise with those. I think it's because we've got quite a few species now, and quite a few sort of more specialised species. It's useful to have keepers who are that little bit more sort of specialised or knowledgeable about a certain species or different taxa. So there's our smooth coated otters. Yeah, I'll be going to the wolves in just a minute. They usually come out when I go see the flamingos. So we've got our pink-backed pelicans here, with the flamingos next to them. So at the moment we're still having no trouble with feeding. Obviously, with the park being shut, we haven't got any income coming in at all at the moment. So we're completely self-funded. We don't get any grants or anything like that. So obviously that money is only going to last for so long. So obviously, if we do get any donations of food or money or anything like that, is always really appreciated. It doesn't matter how big or small that donation is either. We appreciate even just a pound or 50p. It all makes a difference in the long run. So on average it costs us about £52,600 or thereabouts per week to run. So that's sort of animal feed, cleaning supplies, electricity, staff costs, all of those sorts of things. So the animals, they do recognise certain keepers. That's why sometimes you will see with me that they will sort of run away or keep out of my way. That's not always because they don't like me. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it is just because they don't know me. So quite often with things like the wolves, when wolves come into us or go, I'm usually sort of involved in some way with that movement. So the wolves often don't trust me all that much. But sometimes it is just that the animals don't know who I am. So that there's Dakota, and I was told his name the other day. I always forget his name. I always get mixed up with his dad, Remus. Yeah, I can't remember. So the flamingos definitely recognise uniform because they don't know me at all. But when they see me go in my uniform, they think that I'm going to worm them. They do not like to be wormed at all. So they run away. And what I'll do is there's a page which we set up on our website which tells you about all of the different sort of ways that you can support us. Like I say, it's not all just money. There's all sorts of ways you can support us, even just by sticking with us, watching our videos, sharing our videos, and all those sorts of things. That's all things that are supporting us and keeping us going. But what I'll do is in the description for this video, once I've finished, I will put that link in the description, so you'll find that there nice and easy. So these are our Barbary macaques. So all of our Barbary macaques. That's it, Mowgli. Thank you, Denise. I've been talking so much the last week and a bit, my brain's turned into mush. I'm forgetting all the names that I usually know. So yeah, so the Barbary macaques, they're all ex-pets or pet seizures. Oh, what's happened there? You don't want that. It's lucky I wasn't picking my nose or something. Right, so we've got a parrot here, chickens. So there's a yellow-headed Amazon. So I don't know if you can hear the African greys talking over there. This is a noisy part of the park. Let's see if Mei Shan is running through that tunnel. Well, she's looking at it. So the other wolves, most of them went, so pretty much all the cubs that were born here a few years ago went to Colchester Zoo to start a new pack there, so that was all our girls. And then the older female, so that's Dakota's sister, she passed away, I think it was at the end of last year, just around winter. So she was quite elderly, so she was having quite a few health problems. Right, I think let's go through the tropical house, and then we'll call it a day there. I know a lot of people like the birds. I think that is either just the signal or my camera. Right. Check this out. See, that's what I do for you. Yeah. So that's what you're missing out on. You're missing out on lorikeet. That's all that lovely nectar you've been sending in. It's got to go somewhere. Turco, I think I just saw him. So the Turco is up here. It won't focus. But I'm glad that got a lot of laughs. So our phone's not focusing, so I can't get that Turco for you. It wasn't just one bird either, I think it was at least 3 or 4. I am smothered. There's a baby bird. Perks of the job. All the luck I can possibly need. Yeah, I'll find the blue pigeon for you if I can. There's our male Edward's pheasant. So when I go in the bats, I always lose signal, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. I am going to try and do a video of some of our more nocturnal species for you at some point, so I'll try and do that for you Right. So he is separate at the moment from the other guys. So I don't want to spook him too much, but he's in here. So that's Gok, our crown pigeon. So I think they need to worm him, and that's why he's in here. So I won't freak him out too much. So hopefully you got to see him. Well, I'm going nowhere near that other door. I'm going to come out this way. So we do have bats, like I said, they're over here. But what I'll do is I'll try and do a video for you with all of our nocturnal stuff. So that I can do that without worrying about always cutting out. Right. Meishan's still not in that tunnel, so I think they made that up. Alright, so there's Meishan. Right, so again, just echoing what Tony said earlier, we really do appreciate all your help. Thank you all so much. Oh, why does it keep doing that today? I don't want that. I think I keep leaning on something. Right, so yeah, but we really do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for sticking with us, and I'll see you tomorrow for our educational but fun and interactive Rainforest SOS talk. See you all there tomorrow. Cheers, bye.